So before I get started with this review, I just have to say one thing. Yes, the plane is the central focus of the movie. Yes, the plane crash is pretty much the reason why these people are in this pickle to begin with. But giving it the title Plane... Like, could you even come up with a lazier title than this? Plane was directed by French filmmaker Jean-Francois Richet, who also made the remake to Assault on Precinct 13, and it stars Gerard, Butler, and Mike Colter. Two badasses in an action movie, one of whom was in 300. What else would you really expect out of these performances? Gerard Butler plays pilot Brody Torrance, who saves passengers from a lightning strike by making a risky landing on a war-torn island. This is only to find that surviving the landing was just the beginning. And when dangerous rebels take most of the passengers hostage, the only person Torrance can count on for help is an accused murderer played by Mike Colter, who is being transported by the FBI on the plane to begin with. Now, plane crashes we've seen a million times in movies before. We've seen high-stakes action thrillers take place solely aboard aircrafts. Air Force One comes to mind. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Plane wasn't at least fun to watch. This movie to me feels like a movie that is bound to be a gem in the $7 Walmart bargain bin. And then people are going to pick up the Blu-ray copy and they're going to be like, oh, this looks interesting. Gerard Butler's in it. And Butler does give a good performance in the movie. He is very much a badass. As is Mike Colter, who might have been my favorite character in the movie, all things considered. This script had just enough sufficient meaty character material without being too overbearing or too ambitious. And these two leads come across very likable with very simple objectives. Gerard Butler's character wants to get back home to his daughter as his wife had tragically passed away before this. And Mike Colter's character pretty much just wants to clear his name as being an accused murderer. And not to dig too deep into spoilers or anything, but thinking about the plot and other movies like this that came before it, this thing is as predictable as they come. Like, I was able to guess beat for beat pretty much exactly what was going to happen this entire hour and 40-minute runtime. But predictability doesn't mean it's not fun, necessarily. Like I said, Jean-Francois Richet shows a lot of promise as a director here. I think there's a lot of very neat wonders that he implements throughout the movie. There's a lot of neat filmmaking tricks that he likes to implement. And that includes shaky cam, which brings me to my next big discussion that I wanted to get into. There are certain action movies out there that I feel like are too over-reliant on the shaky cam technique. Overall, I do think that shaky cam is a very useful tool in abundance. It really makes you feel like you are in it with these combatants as they duke it out. But there's also kind of a double-edged sword, because if you keep going back to the shaky cam, you run the risk of also not allowing the audience to see the amazing action choreography. That's why movies like the 355, which came out around this point a year ago, that's why movies like that don't work. Plane was very close to teetering on that line where I was like, okay, this is way too much shaky cam and I have to take my eyes away from this as soon as possible. But you know, despite the predictable outcome and the overabundance of the shaky cam, and might I mention, the CGI in this movie, ridiculously bad. Like, there were a lot of points where I was like, that actor's in front of a green screen. This is clearly taking place in front of a clear background and they're just putting in these really flashy lightning effects. But the other folks I was watching this in the theater with on a matinee, they were having a fun time with it. And I'm not gonna lie, there were points where I was definitely invested in what these characters were going through. I was definitely hoping that these characters were going to make it out alive. Gerard Butler is badass as he usually is. Mike Colter is really good in this movie. And this director, like I said, is showing flashes of potential as an action filmmaker. But I feel like with him using way too much shaky cam, really distracted from a lot of the great action that was going on here. But I would recommend at least giving Plane a watch. It might not be your cup of tea, but you know what? For a January release, it's a whole lot better than a lot of the other ones we've been getting. I'm going to give Plane a C+. For action standards, this is fairly ordinary, or dare I say, very plain. I know, yep, I'm done. See ya. That's it. But joking aside, guys, let me know what you thought of Plane down in the comments section below. What's your favorite Gerard Butler movie of all time? Is it 300? Is it Olympus Has Fallen? Probably not going to be Phantom of the Opera. I can't really think of one person who thinks that that's a good movie. But guys, obviously, I have so much fun doing this, making these videos and talking all new things in movies and entertainment. And this might be the channel for you if you enjoy these topics. And y'all are invited to the party. We've already built such an amazing community over here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you want to join us, and hit that notification bell as well. That way you don't miss a second more of this fun action over here. Do me a favor and smash the like button. This really helps get this content out there to more people. And stay tuned for more exciting videos hitting this channel very soon. Definitely looking forward to continuing the Rocky series over here and the build up to Creed 3. All that and much more to come, guys. But thank you so much again for your support. Y'all are the best. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence!